How settled are you after this championship winning moment?
It's definitely living in a dream. Being in these moments, it truly defines for what can come out of working hard. This year was a really tough year. Going to get surgery and then coming back. You know, at my age, it takes a lot longer to recover.
On your way back to the United States, did you ever really think about seriously that you will be back to elevate the team to another level?
I mean, I thought we were going to win the championship, so it wasn't about what I was thinking about when I came back. I was more so thinking about getting back to basically finish what that we started out to do. This year, for all of us, you know, it was a lot of doubt because of what happened last year. So it was more so, is Beijing really a for real team? You know, it was winning the first championship a fluke. When I start speaking about building a dynasty here, when we lost last year, you know, those words, it actually meant nothing. They don't even understand what's going on right now. They can't understand as far as what's going on in the plan, as far as working hard and staying in the gym. And that was the tough part for all of us. So I think we would have been in the locker room. It was more sobbing and crying and talking about the doubt, what people were saying that we couldn't do. I think it was more of that than the first time when we won the championship, when everybody was ecstatic and happy and, you know, it was totally different.
Looking back, are you upset with the media who was sort of like a very harsh on you guys, or you think actually you will be very thankful to them because they treated you in that way, motivate you to go even further?
That's 100% right. We use that as fuel. It was a lot easier to move past that because it wasn't like I was on the court and not performing at a high level. I just had an unfortunate injury. It was just a matter of time. That was supposed to happen.
Game 5. While the home crowd expected Beijing to win its second national title in style, Xinjiang thought otherwise. With a late three-pointer, the Flying Tigers stole the show and delayed the Ducks' championship celebration. After losing Game 5, you had to travel back to Xinjiang. Were you guys intimidated by going back to Xinjiang?
No, the whole playoffs, all of our games were closed out on the road. Home court advantage is really not important to me. You just want to be in a position as far as what teams you know you're going to match up with and who you're going to play against. Because if you match up with those teams that you know that you may have an advantage or you may be able to create problems for them, then now you're tailoring how you're going to try to win the championship. It has to be a plan. So, I did all of those different things and examining it and making sure all of it fit the way how we wanted to fit. That's why I wanted to play Guangdong to go to the championship. Because if we go through them, it would be a lot easier and it would be different because they're the best team in China, historically.
Right. Marbury used to be one of the most decorated high school players in New York City history. His NBA career started in 1996 when he was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was a two-time NBA All-Star player and voted into the All-NBA third team in 2000 and 2003. However, voices came up as Marbury continuously made public spats with coaches and teammates, and the media even declared him as the most reviled athlete. In 2009, he ended his career in the NBA and came to China for a new start. I just wonder if you still watch NBA, if you still care about NBA or the
No,
latest
I don't
rule
care
there.
about the NBA.
At all?
No. CBA. That's the new league.
So are you telling me, as good as you are, as fit as you are, you're not going to return to NBA or?
Playing in the NBA, I have no desires to play in the NBA at all. That's an entertainment league. That league is about money, and I respect it. It's great, but it's just that playing in a league that's growing and getting bigger and every day, I take that any day.
That's why many people, even in the NBA, many players are very envious about you. Do you know that?
I mean, a lot of the guys are the same guys that said that I was stupid and I was crazy because they were listening to the reporters back at home without doing the research about what was going on in China. I know that ignorance is bliss. Eventually, people will see that in the next 10, 15 years because there will be big arenas like the games are being played at Wukasan. The games will be like that all over China one day.
What you said really reminds me of what happened about just 10 years ago when I saw you playing on behalf of the United States in the Athens Olympics. Up to this point, did you ever think about that you would have so much association with China there? Not at all, I suppose.
No, not at all. But that's when I learned that the game was going global. After we lost, David Stern was walking in the media lane, and I was standing on the other lane where the fans could walk and people can walk.
Right.
And I was standing there and I had my head up against the wall like, wow, this is crazy. We just really lost. And he said that this is good for basketball.
Internationally.
I said, I cannot believe he said that. From my understanding, he's supposed to be mad right now.
That's right.
But he wasn't thinking that. He was thinking a bigger picture.
Ahead.
Which I understand now. I said, okay, the game is changing. After that time, I said that I wanted to go play basketball in Italy. Everybody went
crazy, right?
And people were saying, oh, why would Stephon say he wants to go to Italy? He plays in the NBA, he has another contract. I said, hold up. I said, after I finish with my contract, I'm gonna go play. I was talking to teams in Italy, and one coach I spoke to, he started talking about Mike D'Antoni. I was like, are you serious? You know what, don't worry about it. It's okay. I don't want to come.
So it worked out the way Athens Olympics to
that
Beijing.
Right there put me in the mind frame of understand what was going on. And I started seeing the game changing globally, and it continued to evolve. There are players in the Philippines that are nice. I want to go to all of the countries and just commentate one game and see it for myself, because my son, he's gonna play overseas. If he say, Dad, I want to play in the NBA, that's fine. From what I have planned, he's gonna play in the CBA, and he'll play in Beijing.
Beijing.
That's where he will play.
Like father, like son.
Exactly.
What would you do after your retirement in Beijing?
I plan to be part of the Shogun company and help coach.
Are you still sticking to your promise once, I believe?
Chinese national?
Exactly.
100%. That's never gonna change. If they want me, I would do it gracefully and happily. It would be an honor. China changed me.
Make sure you stay tuned in for the second part of our interview with Stephon Marbury. That's on Sunday, April 20th, only on Sports Scene.
We were playing against Liaoning Shachua. We made a buzzer beater. Everybody went crazy, and I was just down, you know, screaming and punching. Woo-so-way, shake way I sashay. Woo-so-way, she.